Welcome back to Corona Del Mar High School, Newport Beach, California. Day one of the FINA Men's Intercontinental Tournament continues, along with Dean Quintal, Greg Meskel here poolside for our second of four matches on the day, pitting China against Kazakhstan. You got a good look at our rosters there just a few moments ago. It'll be China in the blue caps, Kazakhstan in the white. China and their head coach, Polo Malara. Kazakhstan, their head coach, Sergei Markach. And we're about set to begin things here between these two squads, very familiar with each other, competing in Asia. And we're underway now for the opening sprint. And to start things off, it'll be Kazakhstan taking things.
Maxim Jardin winning the sprint for Kazakhstan.
Some good speed to start things off here.
And Greg, sun may be a factor in this game as you see starting to set to the west, and the Kazakh goalie will be looking directly into the sun for much of the first half.
That's number 13, Valery Shlamov, in the cage for Kazakhstan. See how the sun battles him. Wu Honghui getting an opportunity here early for China, making the stop. And now we'll see a first look here at the Chinese offense. Entry inside, a battle for it, and an exclusion right out of the gate on Sergei Gubarev. He'll head out, and a power play here for China to start things off in the first. Good look inside, beautiful put away. Score it for China, and Chen Jinghao connecting in close on the power play.
Nice movement by China. They had the ball over at 6, ran a rotation in, and crossed the ball all the way over to 1, who was rotated up in the pocket, and he had a lot of space to drop it into the 3-post. And a little backhanded wrist shot from the 3-post.
Now a chance for Kazakhstan to answer here. You touched on some Chinese offense there, Dean. How about defensively here to start?
Well, they started in a press, but they're leaving 2 meters wide open.
Big turn and then a big push off. And an exclusion there on Kazakhstan, and Branko Pekovic just launched the Chinese defender on the way down. And now a 6-on-5 here.
China looks to be a little confused, and they're not set up properly yet.
That one found the side of the goal and in. Almost seemed like the keeper might have helped that one go in on the save.
Yeah, I think he had two hands on it, and just pushed it right into the goal.
Zhang Chufang connecting. Another power play strike here for the Chinese. They've gone up 2-0 over Kazakhstan. And you see the keeper, he is battling the sun. I don't know if that played a factor on that time as you get a second look. Regardless, China's jumped out to a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, I don't know that was a factor as much. Having played here myself many times from that angle at the one spot, it's not really a factor. But when the ball gets up top, then it's going to be more of a factor. I think he was probably a little too far out when the ball was up top. Forced him to dive back into the cage and push it into the goal.
Got to be frustrating for a keeper to get 2 hands on it and have it still count as a goal.
Absolutely.
On the other end now, Kazakhstan with an opportunity. Exclusion on China.
It's going to be number 8, Dong Tao.
And Kazakhstan looking to generate their offense. It's been all China here to start. 2 minutes gone by here in the first. A few fakes, bar down, and Wu Huanghe able to go back and get it before it finds the back of the net. China maintains that 2-0 advantage. Long cross pass. And an ordinary. China on the attack, 5 on the shot clock. Outside try, save there, nicely done. Shlemov coming up with the stop. Couple of fakes there. Entry inside. Look at the power out of 2 meters. The big man, Branko Pekovic, team just shedding the defender and putting it away.
Yeah, and that was really set up by the drive from the 2 spot on the opposite side of the pool. Really opened things up, and there was a free lane to pass the ball into 2 meters.
So Bekovic gets Kazakhstan on the board. Much needed. First goal here, 3 minutes in. They trail 2-1. Second look there. In close, able to put that one home, making it look easy. It's a big guy.
Yeah, he definitely had a powerful move there, and didn't take long, just stepped out, turned, and shot.
China getting an opportunity, though, on the offensive end now. Exclusion. Rustam Ukamanov going out on the exclusion for Kazakhstan, and a power play here for Team China. Under 5 to play in the first quarter. Outside try, the sniper from deep. Tan Feihu connecting, and China goes back in front by 2, this time 3-1.
That the sun may have come into play there on that one, directly from up top, shining right in the goalie's eyes there. But nonetheless, a great shot. First couple possessions, Greg, the Chinese seem to be content to press out, and they're not continue. They've got a hold frontside position at 2 meters. They've had easy entry passes into 2 meters the last couple times.
Here's an entry inside. 4:25 to play. First quarter. 3-1 lead for China, and there's a steal. Zhang Chufang coming up with it on the takeaway. And now China on the counterattack. Good look inside, and a penalty called. Trying on the redirect, and that attempt fell short, but a penalty was the call on the far side.
I didn't catch the referee's signal on who that was called on.
It'll be Anton Kolyadenko called for the penalty.
It's going to be Xu Fang to take the penalty shot.
Kazakhstan doing their best to harass the shooter here before the shot attempt. And puts it away. Felt like the keeper might have got a little fingertip on that one, but not enough to keep it out. And Zhang Chufang connects for his second. And China goes in front 4-1.
Great start by China here. That was all set up on the counter. They got everybody down to 2. The ball got down to the 2 meter line, and had a free man just driving all the way through. See if Kazakhstan can change the momentum here, much like our first game today, Greg. A series of momentum swings. So see if Kazakhstan can turn it around here.
China has been the dominant team thus far in this one. An exclusion there at 2 meters. Another opportunity here for Kazakhstan. That will go against Shashi of China. And here comes the power play.
Two errant passes to start this power play off by Kazakhstan.
Couple of fakes looking inside. Big field block defense there from Chen Jinghao, knocking it out of play. And China takes over, killing off the 6-on-5.
Yeah, that was a tough angle on that shot. It was, coming from behind the defender. He had to really turn his body. So I think the defender had plenty of time to get that arm up there, as we see a nice block by the Kazakhstan goalie on the shot from the wing. Looks like that was Li on the shot.
China's second crack here on offense. 3 minutes to play. Strong opening quarter here for Team China.
China's got to reset. They don't have anybody at 2 meters.
And they cough it up. Gubarev getting out to pick up that one. Kazakhstan now on the move. Gubarev loses one defender and then tries the hold off the water push shot. Save there from Wu Honghui, and then we'll get a timeout called. as China gathers possession with 2:39 to play in the first quarter.
Yeah, the off-the-water shot is a lost art. You don't see that much anymore. But can really catch a goalie off guard when it's successful.
You have obviously that goalkeeper experience. What is it about the off-the-water shot that can keep a goalie guessing?
Well, you just don't see it. As you know, the shooter or the ball handler, he's swimming with the ball, and if he's good and crafty enough, it just goes right with his stroke. So as he, as we saw here, he was a left-hander. He makes the stroke with his right hand. His left hand's still underwater, and instead of bringing it around to make a normal stroke, he just comes up underwater, grabs the ball, and pushes it. So the goalkeeper's not seeing the arm, that he would normally do on a standard shot.
Why do you think we've seen less of that these days?
I don't know.
Is it not as flashy?
Hey, it's effective when used, but I don't know the reasoning behind it. I don't think it's taught a lot. From what I see here in U.S. water polo, I don't see it taught that often.
Entry inside as we come out of the break, and China drawing an exclusion against Kazakhstan. That'll be 6 white. Alexander Godovinayak. China looking to add. Ahead here 4-1, 2:18 to play. First quarter. Field blocked. Out of play. Kazakhstan defense is there. 2 more games to follow here at CDM. Japan, Argentina coming up next, and we'll close it out at 8:30 p.m. tonight with Team USA and Canada, all right here on USA Water Polo TV. Gubarev handling, looks inside, double team is there, too physical. The exclusion called. It's on number 12 of China, Liang Yanjiang.
Yeah, China starts out with a nice press in a front, but they're not able to hold that front position down at center for too long, and Kazakhstan's having an easy time of getting the ball into the center. The last couple times they've done it, something's happened, whether it be an exclusion or a shot. But they're making things happen with their entry into 2 meters.
So 1:49 to go here in the first, and a 4-1 lead for China. Gotten off to a good start, some balanced scoring. 3 different players found the back of the net. They're just continually pressing the agenda on offense, Dean. They're getting exclusions, not always converting, but they're getting those opportunities. Just playing pretty aggressively on both ends of the pool.
Yeah, I think Kazakhstan, they need to be a little more crisp with their passes. As we saw in their last 6-on-5, the first 2 passes, ball hits the water over the head. The players got to go out and swim, losing valuable time on the shot clock.
Now we resume play. 1:42 to go here. Kazakhstan on the power play, and they put it away. Score it from the perimeter. Ranko Pekovic, his second, hitting on the 6-on-5. He's got both goals for Kazakhstan, and they draw to within 2 at 4-2.
That was much better 6-on-5 for him. You saw the ball move around, never touched the water once. Nice, clean, crisp passes, and you can see what a difference it made. They got a goal out of it. And when you pass the ball around like that, it doesn't allow the defense time to rest. And when you get an errant pass, the ball goes in the water, the defense can rest. So they made him work and made him pay for it.
Entry pass, and that's taken away. Kazakhstan coming up with the steal. See if they can close out this first quarter on a bit of a run. Entry inside. A couple of quick turns there from Gubarev trying to break free. Ordinary called. Under a minute to play here, first quarter. And a contra foul is called.
Wasn't sure about that contra foul. The referee just said he leaned back into him. That's typically what you do down to 2 meters.
On the other end, easy pickings for China. Tan Fei Hu connecting on the other end, and China tacks on another. They go up 5-2.
I think Kazakhstan just losing track of where everybody is, because Tan Fei Hu was all alone in front of the goal. Received the long pass past mid-tank and turn and shot. No defender in front of him. China, you know, stopped any momentum Kazakhstan may have had there.
Entry inside, a battle for it. Keeper out, and he comes away with the ball. A little bit of a dangerous move there from Wu, but he's able to fend off the defender. And now China has it. Shot clock is off. Under 20 seconds to play. First quarter.
Much of what we saw in the first game, Greg, Brazil making bad passes. You saw there the 2-meter offensive center had position, and the pass was just too far away from him and out to the side, and China was able to steal.
China puts it up here. Easy save for Shlemov, and we come to the end of the first quarter. All China 5-2. They lead Kazakhstan. We'll step aside and return with the second. You're watching the FINA Men's Intercontinental Tournament live from Newport Beach, California.
So, you've got your hard-earned money, but you're not sure where to put it. Well, one of the best things that you can do is put it into a credit union. Credit unions are like banks, only better. They offer higher rates of return, lower fees, and are safe and secure. And because they're not for profit, they're all about putting the people first. With credit unions, you're not just another face in the crowd, you're a member. And credit unions are member-owned and member-operated. Take control of your finances. Visit or contact Sea Air Federal Credit Union to find out all of the great reasons why you should join.
Second quarter underway here between China and Kazakhstan. All China in that first, ahead 5-2, although Kazakhstan did get 2 scores out of Branko Pekovic to keep his team close, and it'll be Kazakhstan starting things off here.
And China actually won the sprint, but then there was a ball under call. There we go again. Kazakhstan's got position at 2 meters.
Double team there, and this time China all over that.
Yeah, Pekovic was a little slow there on getting that shot off and allowed the defense to come back and hit the ball as he was getting the shot off. He has no problem getting position down there.
Entry pass inside. And then a contra foul, so a couple of physical plays here to kick off the second quarter. Looking to turn inside. That's Sergei Gubarev. And an exclusion. This one will go against China. Number 11, Zhang Chufang. That's his first. Has 2 goals already in this one. Minute gone by now in the second quarter. Beautiful cross cage. Skip shot is in for Alexander Godovanayak.
Yeah, it was a nice shot. He had the defender came out on him, and he just wrapped it around and shot it cross cage. Very tough. You can't let a shooter fake the ball that many times out there without knocking him down.
And you saw a second look here. A whole host of fakes, as you said, Dean, and then putting it away. Mistake there from China. Going to lead to a break here for Kazakhstan, just coughing up the ball. Kazakhstan trailing 5-3. 6:26 to play, first half. Walking it in, looking inside. Backhand, big save, Wu Honghui. Gives a little cheer too, he's pumped up.
That was Pekovic on the shot. He has no trouble setting himself up for a shot each time that ball comes into 2 meters.
Entry inside, quick turn, and that one sneaks past the left hand of Schlemov. Score for China and Liang Jianing.
I think Schlemov feels like he should have had that one. I think he should have as well, because there wasn't a whole lot on that shot. If you look, Lee was on his back, so didn't have his legs underneath him to get much pace on that shot, and it just skipped on by Schlemov.
See what Kazakhstan has. They've been playing catch-up all game long. Trailing here 6-3. Variety of fakes and some pretty good pace on that entry pass in there. Almost caught the 2-meter man Pekovic off guard, but instead he draws an exclusion. And then they put it away. It's Sergei Gubarev connecting from the outside on the power play strike.
Yeah, that exclusion, the defender was a little aggressive on that. As you said, that wasn't a good pass. It skipped on by. I think, I don't think Pekovic would have been able to get a handle on that.
That was Shashi, the excluded player, going out. And Kazakhstan draws to within 6-4 now with 5:25 to play here in the first half. Bad pass there from China. Again, on his back, trying to make a pass over the top. Taken away by Kazakhstan, and now they're on the move. Under 5 to play here, second quarter. Good
Nice
defense there from China. Oh, Zhang getting a hand on that one.
Like
Shot clock to
shot
3.
out of 5 meters.
Ooh, skip off of the bar. You could hear the thud. It's knocked out on the perimeter. China regroups.
Tao raises up from outside.
Was that deflected in on the way through?
That was, definitely. But nobody around him. He was about 7 meters out off the goalie's right post. Just got up and fired it, and deflection.
Dong Tao, better to be lucky than good in this case. He'll take the help as that one finds the back of the net, and China goes up 7-4 here and quiets the thoughts of a Kazakhstan rally here for the moment with 4:29 to play.
Yeah, I've been pretty impressed with China. They've, applied a lot of pressure, and they're very active in attacking on the offensive end.
That pass almost out of play. They're able to regroup. They're charging in.
Time winding down. Nice skip shot and a goal.
Beautifully done from the outside. Rustam Ukamanov, his first. And Kazakhstan's definitely figured out their offense a bit better here in the second period.
Absolutely. I think that opened up as Pekovic got position at 2 meters, and the defender had to crash back and help. And then it was Ukamanov who just followed that drop and got the cross pass from the wing and just let it go as time was winding down on the shot clock.
Entry pass through there. Could have been a shot as well. It was deflected, didn't make it halfway to the goal. And taken over by Kazakhstan now. 3:32 to play. First half. Entry inside. Goalie out. And China comes up with it. And they'll call for time. Talk things over.
Really good defense there by Jingao. He was behind the guy, got his hands up, and is kind of the offensive player tried to draw the foul. He just got up, used his legs, slid around, and knocked the ball away.
7-5, China in front. Kazakhstan keeping pace as of late. Started to get their offense going here in the second quarter. Have you seen any fundamental differences here from Kazakhstan that's allowed them to be a little bit more of a force here in this game?
I think, they seem to be a lot physically stronger than China from what I've seen at the start. They've been able to hold position at 2 meters, get entry passes into 2 meters, and it's just a matter of putting the ball home for them. China, on the other hand, you've seen a couple times where they've been without a 2-meter man, so I think it's much tougher for them to get a set, a center established. Most of what China's, all their offensive has come out of their counterattack.
Out of the timeout, here comes China now. Couple of passes around the perimeter. Field block there, out of play. Kazakhstan defense has stepped it up here as well as of late. Under 3 to go now in the second quarter. Entry inside, and there's an easy exclusion call. That'll go against Dong Tao. And that is his first, rather his second, and an exclusion against China and a timeout called by Kazakhstan.
Looks like Kazakhstan brought in a new center. Pekovic went out, and they brought in Monovov, who earned that exclusion. But again, they're able to establish position and allow for the easy entry pass, and that's what's been working for them. And as we've seen in the last couple of minutes, they're finally able to execute and put the ball away. The first beginning of the game, they were getting those same looks, getting the ejections, but just were not converting on their shots. Kazakhstan moving the ball around nicely this time, just like they did the last couple. Extra man advantage. Nice save there. Is that a deflection by the post defender?
Looked like it was a little bit of a deflection, and then it kind of caught Wu off guard. He had to go over and get it. Could have been more trouble than it was worth there for China. Entry inside, and all you see is just arms swinging around. Usually a good sign of a whistle coming, and it did. The contra foul there on China, and now Kazakhstan takes over. Look at that shot. Similar to the off the water. Took it, just flipped it left hand right over the keeper's head. That's Sergei Gubarov with his second.
Yeah, he seems to be a crafty left-hander. To be able, that was just a wrist shot. You know, he was tied up, had his left arm free, and it was a nice entry pass into him. And you see the goalkeeper, Hong Yi, was not expecting that at all. He didn't even get his arms out of the water. Started to get the body up, and the ball went right on by him.
Gubarev, as you said, Dean, just had a one hand free. That's all I needed, just to whip that on the wrist shot right into the back of the goal. And how about this? 7-6 now. Kazakhstan is right in the mix of things here with 1:37 to play in the first half.
Well, if this is these first game and a half or any indication, we're going to see a lot of goals this week, Greg. We had, what, 23 goals in the first game? And
yeah.
And we're already at 13, and we're not even at half yet.
We're going to get a double exclusion here now for China. Yang Jianyang going out, that's his second. And then for Kazakhstan, Anton Kolyadenko, his second as well. So a little 5-on-5 water polo here with 1:22 to play in the first half.
This should play out well for Kazakhstan because they've had an easy time getting the ball into the center. Well, frontside position.
So much for that one, yeah.
Yeah, you would think with there being more room that they would have had an easy time to get it in because they, you know, when they're 6-on-6, they've been able to get it into the center every time.
Back to even strength now, and then just rising up from the outside. Zhang Chufang, his third. He's got a hat trick. Buries that one from deep, and it's an 8-6 lead for China.
And I think that's just I think that was Petrovic not getting back after the steal.
And so Kazakhstan had got it to within one and seemed to have an advantage in a 5-on-5 setup. Nothing there on a steal from China, and they come down the other end and put it away quickly, go back in front too.
A nice steal right in front of us by China and Xu Fang.
And hang on, we're going to get the ball out here. Officials are signaling for the ball out. So just going to reset things here, give it back to the keeper for China. And get us restarted with 35 seconds left in the first half. About a 13-second differential shot and game clock here as we wind things down. A lot of skip on that one from the perimeter from China. Kazakhstan has it now. Shot clock is off. 17 seconds left. Dangerous pass there, just kind of floating that one into the offensive end. And an easy takeaway for Tan Feihu. Will China try anything here? Just 8 seconds left. That pass into harm's way as well. So a couple of just terrible passes here to close things out. Long distance try over the goal. We've come to the end of the first half. Back and forth. You thought it was China's game for the taking. Kazakhstan has battled back. Just an 8-6 lead here for Team China at the break. We'll be back with the start of the third. Stay with us here from Corona Del Mar High School. You never know where the next Olympian might be coming from, but it could be water polo, and that starts with Splash Ball. Splash Ball is a program for children ages 5 through 9 designed to introduce them to the sport of water polo while promoting water safety. Improve swimming skills and learn a sport you'll love for a lifetime. For more information, visit splashballusa.org.
Champions aren't born. Champions come from doing what others won't. Because doing their best in this moment puts them in the best place for the next moment. Champions are made. Will. Determination. Greatness. Here. Get made.
Water polo.
Polo. I am water polo.
I am water polo.
So, you've got your hard-earned money, but you're not sure where to put it. Well, one of the best things that you can do is put it into a credit union. Credit unions are like banks, only better. They offer higher rates of return, lower fees, and are safe and secure. And because they're not for profit, they're all about putting the people first. With credit unions, you're not just another face in the crowd, you're a member. And credit unions are member-owned and member-operated. Take control of your finances. Visit or contact Sea Air Federal Credit Union to find out all of the great reasons why you should join.
You never know where the next Olympian might be coming from, but it could be water polo, and that starts with Splash Ball. Splash Ball is a program for children ages 5 through 9 designed to introduce them to the sport of water polo while promoting water safety. Improve swimming skills and learn a sport you'll love for a lifetime. For more information, visit splashballusa.org.
Champions aren't born. Champions come from doing what others won't. Because doing their best in this moment puts them in the best place for the next moment. Champions are made. Will. Determination. Greatness. Here. Get made.
Third quarter underway here in Newport Beach, along with Dean Quintal, Greg Meskel. Thanks for joining us on USA Water Polo TV. Don't forget to interact with us on Twitter. You can tweet at us, of course, at USAWP. So use the hashtag FINACDM, the FINA event right here at Corona Del Mar.
As we see here, Greg, the sun's getting a little worse, and China's going to have to deal with it in this half.
See how it affects the keeper. Wu Huanghui had a strong first half. In transition now, we'll get an exclusion. I'm sure Kazakhstan keeper Shlemov is thrilled to be on the other end of the pool right now. Kazakhstan exclusion will go on Ukmanov. That's his second. China now here on the power play.
Nice
Big
field
field
block.
block. Nicely done there. Looks like number 12, Kazakhstan, Pekovic, holding his hand there a bit after he blasted that ball out of the pool. But he'll hang in, and sides are even.
See Gubarev battling in at 2 meters. He's the crafty left-hander I talked about earlier. He seems to be able to do everything for them.
I'm really curious to see what his next shot will be that he'll pull out of his bag of tricks. As well, look at this. He pressured the keeper
under.
all the way to the corner and draws a penalty on the ball under. We talked about his craftiness. And there's a new wrinkle to his game. Just did not give up on that play, pushing Wu Huanghee all the way into the corner. And it's going to lead now to a penalty shot attempt for his teammate, Rustam Ukmanov.
Yeah, the goalie can't let that happen. There was no threat in front of the goal. I mean, if he's feeling that pressured, he's got to just flip it either A, out of bounds, and turn it over, or just, you know, throw it down the pool.
And score it for Ukmanov, his second. This one coming on the penalty. And he'll draw Kazakhstan back to within a goal at 8-7. 6:42 to play, third quarter.
Well, Kazakhstan seems to have settled down here, you know, pulled to within 1. China's established 2 meters.
Entry inside and an exclusion. Goes against Kazakhstan, number 6, Gordovanayak.
Always frustrating as a player when you call it 2 meters by the backcourt official. When you've got the front court official sitting right there and it's called from a guy who's, you know, a little further back in the pool. A little frustrating, but that shot was shot over the top of the goal, and Kazakhstan comes away unscathed.
And of course, the outside try there, deflected dangerously close to trickling in off the post and in. Wu able to go back and get it, but to your earlier point, I think being right, if the official who's right in front of me is okay with what I'm doing, why is it a call for the folks further away?
Yeah, he may have seen something on the other side.
Ball under the call here. It'll go back to Kazakhstan. This will be Kolyadenko advancing into the front court. 5:21 to play. Third quarter. Entry in and an exclusion called. And an outside try. There it is for Kazakhstan. So Tan Feihu excluded. And then Yevgeny Medvedev coming up with the outside shot and score.
I was kind of blocked by the official, so I couldn't get a look on that goal, Greg.
Well, there you go. Second look, Dean. Medvedev puts it away from the outside. Gives a little wave to the small Kazakhstan contingent here watching. Beautiful day for some water polo here, and going to be some good weather all week. We're hoping. Come on out and cheer on Team USA or your favorite of any of these 8 nations competing. Games today through Saturday, all right here at Corona Del Mar High School in Newport Beach. And if this area is not in your travel plans, glad you can join us right here on USA Water Polo TV. Outside attempt there, save, knocked down by Shlemov.
Textbook block there by Shemov. And that's a shot every goalie's gotta have.
Ordinary on the perimeter. Hang on, we'll get the ball out.
I'm seeing another double exclusion being called here.
See if you have your Magic 8 ball out. There it is.
Anytime the ref, you get a whistle and then he calls for the ball out, you can. It's a sure bet typically that he's going to call a double exclusion.
Liu Zhao going out for China, and Ravil Manafov for Kazakhstan. So 5-on-5 water polo. This is our second double exclusion in this match. Ordinary called. Here's the trickster, Gubarev. So now we got a little 5-on-4 action here, an exclusion on Chen Jinghao of China. Outside attempt, a follow, and it's gathered up. China staves off the attack there despite just having 4 defenders.
Yeah, I think Kazakhstan was a little too impatient there. They were going to be up for probably another 10 seconds.
Wheeling inside, penalty called, and Kazakhstan with a chance to go ahead now in this one.
And that could really be a 2-goal swing there, Greg. Like I said, they were a little impatient. They were up 2 men for probably another 10 seconds, and then they were going to have, they had 20 seconds on the second ejection, and they elected to just shoot the ball too soon. Would they have 1, maybe 2 passes tops before they took that shot?
And so correction, that's a penalty against Kazakhstan, so it'll be China here with a chance to go back in front. Zhang Chufeng here to take the shot, looking for his 4th goal of the day. Stuffed, big save there. Shlemov coming out to deny on the penalty. And here comes Kazakhstan.
Oh, that was just a textbook penalty save for Zemlov. He got out of the cage quite far, stayed low, and the shot was low.
Goalie way out here on the double team, and it pays off. China comes up with the steal. 3:50 to play. 3rd quarter, all even at 8. China and Kazakhstan. China was largely in control of this one in the 2nd quarter. Kazakhstan has battled back since then. The exclusion called on this end. And then a timeout called by China. Exclusion will go against Maxim Jardin.
Yeah, he was not attempting to play the ball at all. Had one hand up and just pretty much sunk the center on that one. And that was an easy call for the official.
Argentina, Japan to follow this matchup here. And then we'll close it out tonight with Canada and the United States. Also, opening ceremony here for the FINA Men's Intercontinental Tournament coming at 8 p.m. here tonight. We'll have live coverage of that right here on USA Water Polo TV.
Well, China will have a 6-on-5 advantage to see if they can retake the lead here. It's been 2 goals in the third period by Kazakhstan. Erase China's lead.
Out of the timeout, here comes Team China looking to get the lead back on the power play. Couple of high passes, they gather now. Outside attempt, bangs off the post, rebound controlled. Kazakhstan gets it out of harm's way.
China had a couple opportunities there, but the passes weren't crisp. They were hitting the water. Probably didn't get the shot that they wanted.
Beautiful spin, and then again, going one-handed is Gubarev, but this time Wu wise to that, knocking it out.
That was the same shot he took and scored the last time. He's mastered that shot, and that one was close. I think Hong Hui was still a little surprised, but got it at the last second.
exclusion. So we'll go against China. Now they'll pull the ball out. China head coach in disbelief on this one.
I think that's the third on Liang Ningzhang.
I don't know, though, because it looks like they just turned the ball over. That appeared to be an exclusion against China. They pulled the ball out, and then they just gave the ball back to China and put them on offense.
So he never even made it to the corner, did he?
I don't think so. And on the other end, that shot sails over the goal, and Kazakhstan will take it over. Whatever it was, it didn't bother the Kazakhstan coach too much. I would have thought he would have voiced his displeasure. Well, nonetheless, we come down the other end now, Kazakhstan on offense. And what do you know, there's an exclusion. Timeout, Kazakhstan. Tan Feihu excluded, that's his second. And now a power play here for Kazakhstan coming out of the timeout with 2:28 to play in the third.
We've had a scoring drought after Kazakhstan came out and evened things up at 8, and there hasn't been a goal for a couple minutes now.
Yeah, it was a real high-scoring affair. You alluded to we were on pace for 900 goals here in day one with all the goals we had seen, but it has now dialed it back here a bit more of a defensive struggle.
Well, like I said, we had 23 in the first game. We're at 16 now here in the second game. We still, have 2 minutes left, 2:28 left in the third, so there's still time for quite a bit more. I venture to say we'll get up to 20 goals in this game.
Yeah, I'm wondering if we're trending up or down. Are we headed for a USA-Canada 4-3 nail-biter here tonight?
Well, for the fans' sake, I hope not.
Yeah, true. Heavy pressure here on the man-down defense. China knocking down on every opportunity, and it works, forcing the turnover. And China stops the power play. They'll take over with 2:05 to play in the third, all even at 8. Touch on the offense, defense. I feel like in these tournaments, especially where some of the teams haven't been together, they're kind of getting back together. Defense comes later. It's easy for everyone to come out and shoot the ball to start things off, but to work as a cohesive defensive unit takes a little time.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to find your rhythm. You see that a lot in, say, international soccer as well. I kind of caught a little of that over the weekend. You've got the European qualifying. You're qualifying for the European Championships, and same thing. Defense is just not there, and that comes as you start playing together. That was a nice save on the lob. Saved by Hong Hui.
Little changeup there by Ukumanov, but it's stopped. Minute 14 to play here in the third. 8-8 the score. China and Kazakhstan. Outside attempt, easy save. Shlemov gathers it up, 2 hands.
Shlemov seems to have settled down in the goal for Kazakhstan. He's come up with some big saves, especially the 5-meter penalty. I don't know if it has anything to do with being at the opposite end of the pool where he doesn't have the sun shining in his eyes.
Gubarev tries to stuff it in near side. That's halted by Wu. And now China takes over. 32 seconds left here in the third, all even at 8. Five seconds left on the shot clock. A few fakes, big field block. Shot clock is off now. New life for China with just 10 seconds left on the game clock. Down to 6 seconds, winding up. There's a save, Shlemov. Rebound Kazakhstan, and we'll come to the end of 3 quarters, all even. 8-8 with 8 minutes left in this one between Kazakhstan and China. Stay with us, 4th quarter coming up next.
So, you've got your hard-earned money, but you're not sure where to put it. Well, one of the best things that you can do is put it into a credit union. Credit unions are like banks, only better. They offer higher rates of return, lower fees, and are safe and secure. And because they're not for profit, they're all about putting the people first. With credit unions, you're not just another face in the crowd, you're a member. And credit unions are member-owned and member-operated. Take control of your finances. Visit or contact Sea Air Federal Credit Union to find out all of the great reasons why you should join.
Eight minutes left in this one, Kazakhstan and China. And the third quarter, Dean. Kazakhstan battling back 2 goals to even this up. Who does the fourth quarter belong to?
Well, you would have to think Kazakhstan. They're the only ones that scored in the third quarter. But, you know, both teams have had opportunities. You know, China had the 5-meter block. You know, we're just not finding the ball's not finding the back of net like it was in the first half.
Kazakhstan controls the opening sprint to start things off here. Seemed to be China's game here in the first half, but credit Kazakhstan for battling back late second quarter and through the third. Turnover now, China takes over.
Again, passing seems to be the theme. Good passes. That ball just skipped right on by Petrovic at 2 meters, and he had position set up down there at about 2.5, 3 meters.
Shot clock to 7. Entry inside, tipped away. Steal is there from Medvedev. Entry in. Gubarev. He'll take a look, go top of the perimeter. A little over a minute gone by here, fourth quarter. Gubarev snaking his way through, lost the handle, and runs out of time on the shot clock. That expires. And the ball now back to Team China.
I think Gubarev was hoping for a call down there on that spin move, got inside water, but the ref just said he had his hand on top of the ball.
On this end now, we'll get an exclusion. So we'll go against Kazakhstan.
It was
Chinese
Kolyadenko.
player losing his hat. Ball coming out here. Maybe to give time to find the cap. That is Kolyadenko going out, and the red flag is out. He has been excluded from the match with his third. Go to Vinayak, also in foul trouble for Kazakhstan. He has 2. On China, Yan Zhang has 2. Dong Tao, who we haven't seen in some time, has 2. Shashi and Tan Feihu also carrying 2 exclusions.
Maybe I'm mistaken. I think I've got Ukamanov with 2 as well. I don't know.
You're correct, yep. Add him to the list of endangered species here in this game. So 6-on-5 here for China. 6:15 to play, fourth quarter. Haven't seen a goal from China in this entire second half. And not there, field blocked and knocked down. Kazakhstan takes control.
Yeah, and they got out of sorts there by a bad pass. Took some time, had to go out and get it. And, you know, we found that if they're not passing well.
Outside try, Kazakhstan has gone in front. Score it for Rustan Ukamanov. He has the hat trick. And Kazakhstan has the lead. 9-8, 5:49 to play in the fourth.
Yeah, all alone in front of the cage. He just got up big and put it home.
First time Kazakhstan has led in this one. And it comes at an opportune moment, 5:45 to play in the match.
Yeah, nothing fancy about that. He just got up and said, here, I'm going to shoot it as hard as I can.
Ordinary call there as China sets up on offense now. Trying from the outside, Tan Feihu. It's knocked out of play by Schlemov.
Schlemov has come up big with a lot of saves. I don't know an official save count. I've got 8 or 9 saves for him, but he's definitely had a lot here in the second half.
Here's a look from the perimeter. Entry inside. An exclusion called against Kazakhstan. That will go against Yevgeny Medvedev. Power play coming here for China. 5:10 to play, fourth quarter. 9-8 Kazakhstan in the lead. Look inside, batted out of there. Gubarev just swats it out towards the middle of the pool.
I'm really surprised they didn't give him a call on that, because Gubarev, while he did get the ball, he was pushing the Chinese offensive player down with his opposite hand.
Sides come even. Skip shot try there, bounces way over the goal, and Kazakhstan takes control.
Yeah, Kazakhstan, I think, was real fortunate not to get a 5-meter call on that.
.435 to play, fourth quarter. Kazakhstan ahead by 1, looking for more. That's saved there by Wu Honghui. What can China do here, Dean? They've had some chances there. Is there a go-to move here to generate some offense and try and tie this up?
Well, they've been getting the opportunities on 6-on-5. They just need to convert that.
There it is from the outside. Tan Feihu connecting for his third and the first goal from China in the second half. It ties things at 9 with 4:12 to play.
Yeah, he just drew the foul outside of 5 meters. He had the direct shot, just got up as big as he could and let it rip. Looked like it might have gone over the head of Schlemov. But yeah, back to what you were saying, you're asking earlier, Greg, is what could they do? You know, they were doing everything right. They're getting ejections. They're just not converting. And if you're going to win a game, you've got to convert on the power play.
Ukamanov handles on the perimeter. Just about 4 minutes to play here in the fourth. So it's been Kazakhstan's game here in this second half, doing the job largely on defense. China's head coach Malara campaigning for a call, but Kazakhstan answers with a goal. Branko Pekovic scored the first 2 of this one for Kazakhstan. He comes back here late in the fourth, delivering to go ahead 10-9, 3:49 to play.
Yeah, great. As we've seen all along in this match, he's been able to get position and gain the entry pass. He had the foul on the wing there, and it was Gubarov just sitting patiently, waiting for him to get position and then just dump the ball in. And there was really not much the defender could do there.
1-goal lead for Kazakhstan. The onus back on China here to figure out a way to draw even once more.
Very tough once Petrovic gets his hand on the ball. He is a big, strong guy, as we've seen, and every time he's gotten the ball, he pretty much gets a shot off.
How about that field block there? Medvedev batting it right cross pool into the waiting hands of Shakhanov, and Kazakhstan could take over. Kazakhstan now on the attack. And they'll turn it over. Contra foul called with 3 minutes to play here in the fourth.
I think that was really unnecessary for Kazakhstan because Petrovic was set up at 2 meters, had position, and the guy from the wing drove in, drew the contra foul. By him driving in, it didn't allow for an entry pass. Another big save by Schlemov.
China now, Dean, when they have not been drawing the exclusions, they're looking to try and really pinpoint a shot from the perimeter, and Kazakhstan making the stops.
Yeah, it's pretty tough. I mean, the ball's down on the wing, and they just passed it one position up top, and you're not moving the goalie.
Couple of turnovers, though. Kazakhstan making things interesting, leaving the door open here for China with 2:24 to play in the fourth.
I think they called a push-off on Petrovic there. But, you know, he had a nice spin move and got separation. Sometimes I wonder, I think the officials don't think a player can move like that in the water.
Shot clock to 9 for China. 2:06 to play, fourth quarter. Down a goal. Got to hurry here, running out of time on this possession. Shot clock to 1, firing from the outside, and knocked out Schlemov. They bail him out with a save there off the post. And a new shot clock coming here for China with 1:57 to go in the fourth.
It didn't look like China was going to get much out of that, but then they had a guy drive down from the top to really open things up for the shooter.
Entry inside, double team comes. Hang on, exclusion called against Kazakhstan. This will be on number 11, Manafov, his second, and a timeout called by China with 1:47 to play. And a major opportunity here.
Had the kick out not been called there, Schlemov made the save on that shot. I mean, I've really been impressed with him in the second half. He's really stepped up his game and made a lot of big saves. And what, he's only given up one goal here in the second half.
Yeah, really strong second half defensively here from Kazakhstan. Coach Sergei Markoch not thrilled with that exclusion call against his squad. Saw what you saw, Dean. A save was made, ready to get back on the offensive end, but now a great opportunity here for China to try and battle back and tie things up. Out of the timeout, here we go. 1:40 to play, fourth quarter. 10-9, Kazakhstan, China on the power play, a chance to tie. On the perimeter, around the horn they go. Coming near side. Kazakhstan covers up in close, triple team is there. Another exclusion, tack it on, so sides had just come even. Extend the possession now. It'll be Ukumanov going out, he's done for the day. Power play to China, 1:20 to go. Fourth quarter, down a goal.
And a yellow card to the Kazakhstan coach, Markov.
China, plenty of time once more. Looking near side, top of the perimeter.
We've got another.
Get out of here,
That
another one. 3 straight exclusions on Kazakhstan. And now he has been rolled from the match. That will send off number 7, Shakhanov. Shot attempt, and knocked out of play by Schlemov. He's making the saves. So just 4 defenders out there right now for Kazakhstan, and Schlemov is still making saves. We're under a minute to play. In close, field blocked, out of play. Unbelievable defense from Kazakhstan. They'll call for time.
They're definitely timeouts needed. They're probably a little tired after having to go three possessions in a row on that 6-on-5. I think Markoch was a little upset on that last exclusion, but it was warranted. There was a definite hand to the face. Whether it was intentional or not, it still was above water and hand to the face. But Kazakhstan did a great job staving off that opportunity by China, and that's they've had the opportunities as we've seen here, Greg. You know how many. There were, 2-3 ejections right there.
Yeah.
They've had another couple exclusions.
Three straight ejections for sure that put them on a man up for well over a minute.
Yeah, they're not reacting well to the pressure the Kazakhstan team is putting on them as they pass the ball around. Kazakhstan's moving really well, knocking the ball down, forcing the Chinese to make quick decisions. You got to know what you're going to do with the ball before you get it, and it doesn't seem like on all these 6-on-5s that China knows what they're going to do with it.
One issue here for Kazakhstan as this game, if it is to go longer, Ukumanov is done, Kolyadenko is done, and then Shakhanov was rolled after that hand to the face. So that's 3 guys they are without the services of. But here we go now. They're just looking to wind some time off the clock here with 45 seconds to play. A goal here, of course, would be huge. China looking to hang on defensively, and
We
they
got a
do
steal.
into the passing lane. They'll take it away, and then an exclusion in transition. China out of timeouts here in the fourth. Power play coming now for the Chinese with 37 seconds to play. The exclusion goes against Kazakhstan and Yulian Verdesh. Here we go with 33 seconds to play, 23 on the shot clock. China to take a look. They'll keep it on the perimeter. Down a goal. Still on the advantage. China coming near side. A few fakes firing, saved. Schlemov knocks it out. He has been huge in this second half. Sides come even now. China still with the ball. Shot clock is off. 15 left in the game. They need a goal to tie.
Trying to draw a foul outside of 5 meters.
Outside attempt. Deflected out, and it's coming to Kazakhstan. Their defense holds, and they should get out of here with a hard-fought victory with just 7 seconds left. What a second half from Kazakhstan, shutting down China. And credit the keeper, Valery Schlemov, with an amazing defensive effort. Kazakhstan, an exciting 10-9 winner over China.
Yeah, Schlemov was definitely the MVP for Kazakhstan, especially in the second half. He, made save after save after save, and then the nemesis for China was their 6-on-5 attack, especially in the second half. As you were rattling off all the exclusions for Kazakhstan, counting them up here, they had close to 15 exclusions, and it'd be real interesting to find out what the percentage was for China, because I think that really did them in.
Yeah, multiple opportunities. You get a 6-on-4 down the stretch, unable to tie it up there. They fall short. China dominant early on. Kazakhstan comes back to win it. We talked about Schlemov, Pekovic, 3 goals. Ukumanov, 3 goals. Gubarev with 2. A couple of crafty ones. Kazakhstan takes it 10-9. They win it over China. Coming up, our next matchup, it'll feature Japan and Argentina. Hang around for that one, but that'll do it for this matchup. For Dean Quintal, Greg Meskel, thanks for joining us here on USA Water Polo TV. Join us back again for our next game coming up shortly.